cheering squad, ah. My God! Look at you! Photo holder. She is. Okay, she's an LDN, but yeah, exactly. Just like this is nice. So now you, yeah, that's true. Now you can put
You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. 'Cause I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, you'll be there.
you're still with Vita's. But she can't because she's with Vita. How about and she said it's such a small world.
Ooh, yeah, yeah. If you're tossing and you're turning and you just can't fall asleep, I'll sing a song beside you. And if you ever forget how much you really mean to me, every day I will remind you. We find out what we're made of when we are called to help our friends in need.
When you do your job,
You can count on me like 1, 2, 3.
Hi. I'm not. What do I say something?
yeah.
What do I'm not ready. Welcome. Hi, Kuya.
Supposed to do, oh yeah. Ooh, yeah, yeah. You'll always have my shoulder when you cry. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. 'Cause I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4.
Good morning.
Hi.
How's everyone doing today?
Good.
My name is Leia Manala. First of all, I want to say welcome and thank you for coming. I want to invite the key people management team, Ms. Lauren Peno and PCS. We have the administrator that's trying to look busy over there. Why don't you get up here and say hello? And on behalf of Team Allied, we have, introduce yourself. I'm not going to say your name, I might forget. No. We have, go ahead, you can start over there.
Hi, I'm Abby. I'm in charge on HR. And of course, your check. So don't forget, don't forget to give out your route sheet and make sure you do your notes and your oasis so that way your check will be with you on time. Or else it's gonna be for next pay period. And of course, you are aware that you won't be able to see patient that unless your credentials are all updated. So from time to time, you will see me sending you messages about to keep up your credentials on. So it should be current always. Otherwise, if you will be wondering how come we didn't give you some patients, it's because sometimes we have to make sure that all your credentials are updated. So keep that in mind.
Thank you, Miss HR. So if you guys need money, go to her, not me. Take care of your check, okay? All right, thank you for that.
Hi, I'm Christine. Everybody, I'm the other care coordinator. Don't forget to report. That's it. Thank you.
Oh, hi.
She's shy.
I'm Marie, your friendly care coordinator. Yeah. Anything you need, call me. Oh, except money.
Call the boss.
Good morning, I'm Gabby. I'm the intake coordinator, so whenever I need nurses, I'm the one bugging you guys.
Hi, I'm Evelyn. I do medical records and what else?
By the way, everything from the decorations to the food and everything. So thank you, Evelyn. Michelle.
Michelle.
Oh, hi, I'm Michelle. I'm the care coordinator outside. I visit facilities and round with the doctor. So we give you guys patience.
Yeah, so we can get orders.
We can get orders.
And then our administrator, I guess, you want to say something.
Good morning, everybody. As Leia said, thank you for coming in. I know you guys are all busy, seeing patients, taking care of our patients out there. But thank you for coming in. This is another important thing that we need to provide to you guys and to us as well. Put faces, in everybody names, in everybody's faces, and seeing each other face to face. I think that's also important for us to kind of see each other, mingle, socialize, and not talk about patients. Try not to talk about patients.
Yeah, right.
And the challenges out there. This is also as Leia said, a time for us to say give you guys our appreciation and thank you. As you will all know that we just passed our survey because of you guys help to. Bottom line is, we just want to thank you for taking care of our patients out there, and thank you for coming.
So we're not.
You can just FaceTime.
So just say
flip.
your name and what do you do?
Hello, I'm the only boy among the toys. Second to Joel. My name is Zachary. I am one of the 3 case managers. So
He's our
if I
newest
call you,
recruit.
please answer my phone.
We're gonna recognize people. That's what we like to do, and we're gonna do some games if you guys are up for it. Hopefully, you have some time because we have some gifts. You guys, before you leave, take away some goodie bags over here, and that's about it. And then we're here till 3. As far as you guys want to come back or could stay longer, it's up to you guys. I'll give it to you, Laura, to start our in-service.
So my name is Laura Impino. I am the DPCS here since February. And so basically it. Let's go through in-service. So we'll do this quick. I just need to let you guys know as far as what happened during our survey in June. We passed survey. We're deemed for the next 3 years for home health. And so it went really well. First time my survey without infection control issues. So this is good for me. As far as issues, there was a new COP for patient rights and responsibilities that we did incorporate into our patient handbook. That was the biggest thing because in that patient's rights, we got dinged for like maybe 10 new patient rights that was not incorporated. And therefore, it was just a plan of correction to fix that and to make sure we updated our patient handbook to include the new patient rights. So that was the biggest thing. Another issue we had was medication error. As far as that, the medication in the patient's home, the order itself in the home was to be given, an injection to be given IM. And it's Enbrel. Enbrel is only to be given sub-Q. And it all comes in pre-filled syringes with the syringes that you attach that are sub-Q. So it's been given correctly, but since the label in the boarding care facility says IM, there was a discrepancy. I tried to challenge it to say we've been giving it correctly, but our plan of care stated IM. So therefore, that was a med error. So that was the biggest thing. As far as clinical, that was the only thing. So our home visits by the clinicians went well. The surveyor loved, you know, what she saw. Like I said, there was no infection control issues. That was a good thing. And then another thing was our criminal record background. That was not done. I mean, we didn't check the whole national. It was just a certain area that we checked, and therefore they dinged us on criminal background checks. So that was a quick fix too. It's just trying to get a company that did that background check. So as you see, I listed all the patient rights that are all new that we, and you will see that in your handbook. Make sure, you know, the RNs who do SOC, make sure that you kind of go over that with patients on your SOC. I think that's it. That was all, that was it for our survey. So we passed with flying colors, plan of correction done, and we're deemed for another 3 years. Right now, our star rating,
You can talk about it.
okay, with NGS is at 2.5. We want to slowly increase that to get to maybe 3.5 this year, and then work our way up where we could get a star rating of 4 or 5. So we're working on that, and the way to work on that is our RNs. We got to make sure when we do our OASIS, we got to answer those M questions correctly and fill out everything, even gray areas on your OASIS, because that counts, okay? So it's critical that RNs do their OASIS completely, and also you know that we can't upgrade it. We'll make sure that from OASIS start of care to OASIS discharge, there is an improvement, okay? So those are the ways we could increase our star rating. I guess you guys have to make sure when you go out to see patients to complete your flow sheets. Flow sheets aren't being completed. When the RN goes out to do their research or discharge, they are blank. There's no vital signs. What is your proof that you were out there to see these patients? You never know. The facility or boarding cares might be audited by their licensing and see that blank. Were we really there? I meant we need to fill out each time you go out. It's a part of your visit to complete these flow sheets, these interdisciplinary notes and such, and also most importantly your medication profile to update them. Okay, if you do see anything, then you need to report to your CMs in the office. We're getting some calls from facilities that you guys are not signing in and out their sheets. I guess there are facilities that have their own form that you need to complete. For example, La Vida, example Aegis, the Dana Points and Laguna Niguel. We need to complete, yeah. So we need to complete their forms that they have, that they give us. Not only do you sign in and out their facility, and it's good for you guys too, it's to cover yourself, because sometimes they say, we never saw that nurse, but if you signed in, we'll say, take a look at your sign-in sheet on that date. They were there, kind of deal, okay? So make sure that is completed. Okay, let's see. Reconciliation of all meds, we need to do this. We're kind of slacking off on it. We could have caught that envelope if we reviewed the meds, right? In the patient's home, you could have seen that discrepancy of the route, IM or sub-Q. So we really need to hone in on trying to look at all the medications on all your visits and reconcile them. Nurses, to always report any findings to the doctor directly while you're at the patient's home. Because the doctor may have another question for you that you may have not seen or noted on your assessment. It's always nice to call them there. You go ahead and leave a message if you can't talk to them directly. Then let your CMs know here that you have placed the phone call. So in case they need to get hold of you, we know in the office what's going on with that patient. Okay. Blood pressure checks. We got a complaint that we're not using manual blood pressure cuffs. We're using wrists, and therefore a lot of complaints on that. We don't even know whether that wrist blood pressure machine is working. We don't QC them here. So it's very good that if you guys could use your own manual, okay, and not just those automatic blood pressure cuffs, because half the time they're not as accurate, right? You guys know that. If you have a missed visit, to let us know. Don't wait till the end of that certification period to let us know that you weren't able to make a visit. okay? Because for one thing, we need to let the doctor know, we need to write an order for missed visits. And so don't surprise us towards the end when we're doing our final wrap and you've had 4 missed visits in a row. Not good. Please let us know immediately in the office so that we could try to get hold of that patient and see why. Why are we having this missed visits, okay? And finally, compliance with the plan of care. Wound care should be in the nurse's notes. I know DSL has a different, you have to add on that wound sheet. It's not part of your actual note. So when you right click and you're in the calendar, you will see a list of different worksheets or whatever forms that you need, and that wound care worksheet is in there. Yeah, it's not incorporated into the note itself. Okay, so make sure that your teachings are also documented, especially if we're there the first few visits. That's why we upload our visits 2-3 times a week for the first 2 weeks. Make sure your safety note is in there. These are also questions that our data caps ask at the end when patients are discharged. They're sent these questionnaires. Did the nurse discuss your medication on their first visit? Did you touch on safety? Did the nurse do that? Was the nurse timely? How many minutes did the nurse spend with you? Kind of deal. Because we are rated that way and compared to state and national. And right now we kind of seem to fall in the lower end, so we want to improve on that. Okay? And the only way we could improve in that is with you guys. You guys are out there. You are the heart of the company out there trying to get this done on your assessments and your visits.
If I may add, any of you guys have seen the sample of the survey that they sent to our patients or family? Have you guys raised your hand if you've seen one?
I think I've seen one.
You've seen one?
Yeah.
So it's like a bubble questionnaire, they sign in. Actually, Laura put together some samples of the questions that they asked the patients. So, from time to time, kindly review that so that you guys will be aware, oh, what are they asking the patient? Did I touch on that? I think this will be... we actually got some feedback from the field, from patients, as well as I had my staff inside voted for the best nurse ever. No, just kidding. So let me say we have a couple of recognitions for the, going above and beyond, being an advocate for their patient, very compassionate and all that. So may I have Miss Eleanor Savio. On behalf of Team Allied, we want to say thank you for doing what you do, and keep it up. Don't cry.
Hey, it was your CM said. It was your CM.
Come on, ladies.
Yeah.
What did I do? I'm just doing my job. Thank you. And Laura knows me. I'm just being myself.
Nice. Yeah. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I hope to see you again next time, okay?
I'll try.
All right, the next one is, it says here she's very reliable, have good communication skills, she's very thorough on her assessments and reports right away and submits their notes on a timely manner. Miss Michelle Sangala, come on. So this is one of the things that would help us for our 5-star rating. We wanted, on behalf of Team Allied Management, we would like to have Ms. Ramiros and Ms. Merly to come up here. Looking out there with the surveyor. Yes. My goodness. And this is what Ramiro said. That's it? I was like, don't say that, we're not coming back. She's like, that's it, you guys.
She didn't wait for me.
Yeah, she was like, I guess, she was so impressed with her that the first, it was really brief. She asked questions before. Both of them had answered very well. They really did represent all of us, in a very
It's hard
best
when
way
someone
to
is
do.
overseeing what you're doing and you have to do it well, So hats off to you guys for doing that.
And
That
the
was
same
great.
thing for Ate Mary.
Yeah.
Good job. Okay. I wanted to recognize also the mom in the house. There's always a mom and a dad, right? So our survey was not easy. Changing what were we? Chaps to ACHC. There's new things, new updates, policies and procedure. We pretty much clean slate. We started all over again. But guess what? We have everything lined up. It was good. Now everything's clean. Whatever we need, we know where to find. So with the help of this young lady over here, I want to recognize our DPCS, Laura and Kenyo, for stressing with us throughout. And, and it's not easy. I know she just recently joined us in February, and she just rolled up her sleeves, stayed late, came here.
That's her.
That sounds like somebody you know. So guys, you could abuse her now. We're done abusing her. But hats off to her for leading the team that are great too. But without a good leader like her, I wouldn't think we'll be able to make it. So thank you, Laura.
Thank you.
And also, hand in hand, I'm not biased or anything, I want to recognize our administrator. He did something too. Over here, without his keen skills for the field, supporting our nurses, making sure our nurses are on top of things, making sure we look good out there. He reminds people out in the field to do what they need to do. And he cannot say no when we have patients.
That's right.
Where's my envelope?
No, it's just this. Come up here. So let's take pictures. Come on, guys. Home to everyone here. Let's start with Ate Abby. Ate Marie. Okay. Ate Abby. Ate Marie, come on up. It's not Christmas yet. Next year. Evelyn, come on up. Christine. Michelle. Gabriela. Come on down. These people have been with us through thick and thin. I know who stayed out. I know who got time out from their hubbies. Making sure that they stay happy. But they were there. It doesn't matter how late. Weekends, and it's just I'm so fortunate to be working with these people, such hard working ladies, and then Kuya Sak next year. So thank you on behalf of me and Joel.
She's just a girl and she's on fire. Hotter than a fantasy, longer than a highway. She's living in a world and it's on fire. Feeling the catastrophe, but she knows she can fly away. Say, oh, she got both feet on the ground and she's burning it down. Oh, she got her head in the clouds.
Jugo de tamarindo, or agua de tamarindo y horchata. Agua fresa de horchata. Agua fresa de tamarindo.
Girl is on fire. She's walking on fire. This girl is on fire.
I see your name all over, but I can't put a face in. February.
Vamos a comer ahorita.
Litsu po.
From him, first visit.
Where's the ceviche?
Ceviche's in there. There's more food in there. There's ceviche.
Kuya Zach,
ay kailangan na naman nila.
Kailan dumating? Musta?
After hours.
Jet visit.
After hours.
Babay sila. Andyan sila. Hindi sila. Yung foreman ng visit siya, hindi siya nasasabi. Natandaan mo?
It's hard when you have to have.
We have sodas too.
But you have patience.
Baby.
Before she did, but I don't know.
Melissa, well, I'm Eric. I didn't give my name.
Is this video or...
Sige sa akin na yung video ba yan?
Video.
This girl is on fire.
Happy birthday to you, cha cha cha. Happy birthday to you, cha cha cha. Happy birthday, dear Merly. Happy birthday to you. We forgot.
Supposed to be next week.
You first. Oh, everybody. Make a wish.
That's patience.
Don't cry. I'll get you. Happy birthday.
They like to have you right here, Ate.
I know a place. There must be something in the water.
Isa sa case.
Chismosa talaga.
The marshmallow and this, you guys want to build something. Whoever has the highest win. Like a tower of marshmallow and things. But it has to stay up. And you guys all have to work together with strategy to make sure that
So
they
how
stay
many
up.
in a group?
3 people in a group. So who's playing?
Quiet.
Stick marshmallow.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah. Is it going down to the nose?
Fireworks, Gabby! Fireworks! Oh my
Wait, don't press the like that? We got this. We got this. Yeah, let's build it up.
I don't think it has to be.
Oh no!
Okay. I'll do this What is it? So what is it?
Oh my God!
Excellent.
Excellent! Good job, okay?
Not so excellent.
All right, Team Pretty and Team...
Oh, we missed on that one.
I won't play a love debate just like a love will lay.
Is it a pot? No. Pan? No. Is it a container? It's in the kitchen. It's good for cooking. Is it a spoon? No. Is it it's a box? No. Yeah, it's a basket? No. Oh, a box. You see it on the counter? Yes. Is it a toaster?
Lamp? Tray table?
Almost.
A lampshade?
Oh,
Yeah. Biscuit? Bed? Chair? And remote?
Family room?
No.
Kitchen?
Yes.
Cookware?
Yes, almost. No.
No.
Oh, you're making eye gesture.
Wait a minute. 4. I don't
Dahil sa'yo ako'y matapang, dahil sa'yo ako'y lalaban, para sa'yo pagmamahal na walang katapusan. Dahil sa'yo mayroong pangarap, pagmamahal ko sa'yo'y tapat, para sa'yo pagmamahal na higit pa sa sapat. Gagawin ko ang lahat para lang sa'yo sinta, basta't nandito ka, ako'y liligaya.